Well, I hope you like that little dog story. Any excuse to get dogs into church, and it's online church, so hey. But we've had so much fun this week building our fortress. Fortress, it means a great big structure. What do you think of? A fort in the Midwest? Do you think of a fort in the desert, like the French Legion? Do you think of a castle? Do you think of a walled city? A city on a hill with a great big wall around it? Well, our fortress is a sort of mixture of all sorts. We've got a little bit of chateau thrown in, definitely got a drawbridge, and we've had a lot of fun. So first of all, here it is in its basic form, and this is what you're working towards. Ta-da! It has a drawbridge. It has windows, an arched window quite high up. It has slit windows for the arrows, the bowmen to hide in, and it's got crenellations. We just cut out the top to make it look like a castle, so you can see it's got it's got crenellations. And we've just done the same on the sides. The back has got another arched window, the same on the sides, and there we go. We've got string, so we can actually pull up the drawbridge from inside. The drawbridge is drawn on to make it look like planks of wood, because it would have been wood within a very, very strong wall. So on top of that, we've actually got towers for each of the corners, and as I build it up, I hope you'll see what we've done. But first of all, let's talk about what you might need to make your fortress. I've used a cardboard box that I got from Sainsbury's. The shelf stackers very kindly flattened them, which is great because it's actually Mexican beer and folded along like I got it from them. It's great. That's a big cardboard box to make this big fort. But actually, if you just get a big cereal box, turn it inside out, you can see you can make a very good fort from a cereal box. You will also need the things that I've got here. Get an adult to help you with a sharp knife cut the drawbridge out. You will need scissors for cutting in the crenellations. We just folded our bits down. We didn't do that bit cutting across there. If you're going to cut across there, you'll need very sharp scissors. We've got sellotape for making the box a box again by going down the side, and then we use the flaps to make it taller, and we sellotaped them up on the inside. So you will need some sellotape. You need some string for your drawbridge if you're going to have string. You'll need a black felt pen. If you want to, you can just do very thin castle windows. They were thin so that the arrow men could point the arrows out, but no arrows could go in. So just a black pen will do that. And you'll need some bamboo skewers for the flags, or straws, or sticks of any sort for the flags. And then we had black card for our bigger windows. Orange card was just handy, or a brightly coloured card for the other windows to give it some decoration. And we actually used a magazine. This is the free little one that we used to make our flags, because as you can see, it builds up. That's the basic. So the basic is make the box, put the bottom in, cut out the crenellations, cut out the drawbridge, then make a knot in your string and put it through. Now the way I made this loop is I actually had a, let me show you, a paper clip. I got a paper clip and bended it out, put it through, just pushed it through the, it's not going to push through now, but it will, because it did. Okay, so because I don't know what's going on there. Look at this one. This one's already done. It just acts as a place to hold the string. So you've got a really nice taut rope there. So yes, paper clips, we did use those too. for the ropes. One more thing, Pritt stick. You always need a Pritt stick at all times, and if it's got really dry, put it in some water for a little bit and then let it work it again. So I think that's all you need, but once we've got the basic one done, we cut out our art shapes for our windows, a black card and those, but we also drew on with the black pen. Then what we did, you will need, missed it out, you will need toilet rolls. This is from a inside of a wrapping paper or inside of a kitchen roll, because that's how we're going to make our towers. And we made double towers, very fancy. So when we got the first one, we made 2 slits in the bottom so it fitted on the corner. That's your first turret. Then you get your second one, make 2 slits in it, and it will fit on the corner of that. So you've got these turrets coming out, and we made those for each corner, going all the way round, so that the whole castle started to come into being. So that was how we got it to be a proper castle, not so box shaped, more like a fortress. Then what was very important in the days when armies got attacked was the colours. The colours meant that the leaders still were in charge, the colours were flying. As soon as the colours had been captured and taken off, it meant that the game was up, they'd lost. But the commanding officer always had the colours next to him, and while the colours were flying, the men knew where to rally to, and they knew it was okay. And when the Queen is at home in her castles, there's always a flag flying to say she's at home, but most castles had the colours flying to say we're safe, we're working. We put ours through the crenellation fold downs, and we made several. What we did was we cut out the shape. If you can see the shape of the flag on here, we cut out the shape from the page of the magazine, and we did those lovely tassels on it, and then we glued the edge with the Pritt stick and folded it round the bamboo skewer or the straw or the stick, and then we got a lovely flag. So this castle has got 2 colours flying, because obviously this is the Old Kent Road, and we've got a Lidl and an Aldi. We are one of the best roads ever. When we went a bit further, we wanted to make it more like a chalet, more if you want to have a princess castle, they have a little bit more finesse. So we made some roofs, some little roofs for the towers. They can go on to the towers if you want to. We made them out of orange because it's more like a brick colour. But can you see, that gives it a whole more, a different aspect. And to do those, we got our card, cut out a circle, and then once we'd cut out that circle, you just cut a small section out and fold round. I thought I had one done. I don't have a small section done. Might have to undo this one. Let's undo this this roof. It's not going to undo for me. Here we go. Undo the roof, and then you can see just against there. It's not a half circle. It's a V, a very, very open V, to make the shape into that lovely cone, and that cone will then be on there. So with your sellotape, I'm going to have to mend my fort now because I took it to pieces for you lot. Anyway, I hope you have as much fun building your fortress as we did. It's falling to pieces. I hadn't glued it because I had to take it to pieces. Once you've got these turrets, that's when you need your black marker just to do 2 lines, and it makes a really nice thick mark for the windows on the turrets. Fortresses. Father God is your fortress. He loves you. He wants you to be safe in him because he is actually better than any castle. When you're safe in him, he is bigger and stronger. Have fun. Bye.